least we're getting some rain. All right, well, it is our Tech to You segment now. Imagine logging onto your computer to find out that all you have of your files are encrypted and you're unable to read them. And then soon after, you notice it appears on your screen, a little flyer that'll come up saying you've got to pay a fee in order to get your stuff unencrypted, decrypted. So Jason Davis from Tech to You is here to explain. It's called ransomware, and it's similar to getting a virus on your computer, right?
Right, exactly. So ransomware is a type of malware, and it gets onto your computer just like any other virus would. But what it does once it's on there is it encrypts your files so that you can't access them. The only way to get them decrypted is to pay a criminal for the decryption key. And usually they'll demand that you pay using a Bitcoin, which is an untraceable online currency, so that they can remain anonymous.
So they're getting away with this. I mean, we saw this happen recently down in Southern California at a big hospital, right?
Exactly. So the Hollywood Presbyterian Medical Center, they were forced to pay $17,000 to get their data back. They had things like their employees weren't able to get on the company's servers, they couldn't use their internal communications, and they're a hospital, so it's all very crucial infrastructure. But the average for personal data costs around $500 to recover from ransomware.
So I know they can lock you out from seeing all of your data, but is it something where they can also see what you're storing, private documents, private medical information?
Well, that's not really what you need to worry about, because what you got to worry about is getting your stuff back, right? And right now the FBI says the only way to get your stuff back is to pay for it. Yeah. So
there's really nothing you can do. I mean, isn't that kind of feeding into this whole, hey, we're going to get away with this situation?
Pretty much. So there's a couple things you can do to avoid becoming a victim, and the most important thing is to keep an up-to-date backup on your hard drive and also in cloud storage. So you have an on-site and an off-site backup.
Okay.
And if you set it to automatically backup, you know, you can forget about it, but make sure you get a software that has versioning so you can have historical data points in the past. That way, if you do get a ransomware infection, you can just go back to, you know, a few days before you're infected, restore the backup, and you'll be good to go.
Okay. So the biggest deal here is to make sure you're backing up all of your personal information.
Right. And there's also a few tips to just avoid it altogether.
Okay.
Number one, don't open suspicious email attachments. It seems obvious, but I'm still saying it because people still do it, right?
And they don't always look suspicious, which is probably why people are opening them.
Exactly. Yeah. So number two is don't click links from unsolicited emails or social media channels. Like if someone randomly messaged you on Facebook, you've never seen them before, they sent you a link, it's probably, you know, a virus or worse, ransomware. Number three, keep an up-to-date malware security system. Malwarebytes is a really good one. It'll block out most of the ransomware. Not all of it, but most of it. The fourth tip is make sure your operating system, internet browsers, and your Flash player is up to date, because Adobe Flash Player is the way that it gets spread.
Oh.
Right, because you go to a website and Adobe runs automatically. So if you go to an infected site, it's going to run a script automatically, infect your computer with ransomware.
Wow.
So the fifth tip is to disable the autoplay on Flash Player.
Okay, and that would also help to avoid hearing the commercials and things play automatically when you don't realize your speakers are turned up in the newsroom, as I've done. Okay, thank you, Jason, for all that very important information. We also have an app of the day we want to talk about, Waze, and this has something to do with the roads. Melissa Crowley would have loved this.
Right, so Waze, it's a great app. It's free. It's sort of like a social, community-based navigation and traffic app. So you'll see all the other users have their wave bubbles on the map, and they can report like they saw a cop here, or there's debris in the road, or an accident. And as you're driving by, if the accident is still there, you can click a thumbs up, or you can say it's not there, so that drivers behind you know, like, okay, the road is cleared up.
Okay,
and they also have a gas buddy feature, so you can see the cheapest gas that other Waze users have found around you.
That's pretty handy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a good way to detect whether or not you're going to run into an accident on your commute home, maybe to work. We love all the information and the tips you always bring. Jason, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You too.
All right, let's go ahead and tell you what's coming up, from super tech ideas to Super Tuesdays results.